Today on the Daily Scoop podcast from the Scoop News Group, President Trump shuts down the CBP One app, closing a pathway to America for legal immigration. And a new DHS AI directive sets prohibited uses and expands acquisition governance. It's Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025. Welcome to the Daily Scoop podcast, where you'll hear the latest news and trends facing government leaders. I'm the host of the Daily Scoop podcast, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for joining me. Let's dive into the day's top headlines. President Donald Trump on Monday officially shut down the Customs and Border Protection run app designed to help schedule appointments for people seeking eligibility for asylum, closing off a pathway for migrants at the southern border hoping to enter the United States. Supporters of the CBP One app had said that the system made the jobs of border agents easier, despite technical difficulties and data privacy questions raised by critics of the platform. It is estimated that around 1 million people used the app to enter the country. The app shutdown came amid a series of other executive orders focused on immigration. Before the election, Trump frequently criticized the app, saying that it was being used for smuggling migrants. A notice on the CBP One app website states that the functionalities of the app that previously allowed undocumented aliens to submit advance information and schedule appointments at 8 southwest border ports of entry is no longer available. Any remaining appointments have been canceled. People with scheduled appointments were shown Monday waiting in limbo at the border in Mexico. A notification of the app's shutdown and the cancellation of appointments was shared Monday on Facebook, according to a CBP spokesperson. In other news, you may have missed this over the past couple days with all that's going on with the new administration. The Biden administration's Department of Homeland Security, as a last measure before leaving office, unveiled a list of artificial intelligence uses that are prohibited for agency missions as part of a new directive quietly introduced last week. The directive, which is DHS's last effort to create a guiding policy for the use and acquisition of AI, also sets governance requirements for how the department and its components should approach the technology, including how it should buy, test, and operate it, and report any incidents involving its use. While DHS has briefly addressed in previous policy that it's prohibited for department personnel to use AI for discriminatory purposes, the latest policy expands upon and adds to that, more thoroughly detailing uses of AI and associated data that are forbidden. Some of the prohibited uses listed in the directive are relying on AI outputs as the sole basis for determining law enforcement and civil enforcement actions, as well as denying government benefits, using AI or its associated data to make or support decisions based on the unlawful or improper consideration of race, ethnicity, gender, national origin, religion, sexual orientation, gender identity, age, nationality, medical condition, disability, emotional state, or future behavior predictions, and improperly profiling, targeting, or discriminating against individuals based on those same considerations, among many others. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of the Daily Scoop podcast, available on all podcast platforms. If you've already rated the podcast on your platform of choice, thanks so much. High ratings and good reviews of the show help more people to find it. The Daily Scoop podcast is a production of the Scoop News Group in Washington, D.C. Adam Butler and Carlin Fisher help put the show together, and the entire Scoop News Group team contributes. We'll be back tomorrow with more top headlines. Until then, I'm your host, Billy Mitchell. Thanks so much for listening.